That's right, my number 10 spot goes to the guy who makes almost everyone's list, Geno from Super Mario RPG. Now I will admit to not playing much of this game, but I do know who Geno is, and let me tell you, a freaking puppet that shoots fire, kick ass. Geno has been on the most wanted list since the Melee days, and even though he's caught in a legal trap being the right of Square and not Nintendo, pulling this guy out of the hat will surely be a crowd pleaser. At number 9, we have a veteran to Smash, Mewtwo. Now obviously Mewtwo isn't one of the newer Pokemon who are more likely to make it because of marketing, but I enjoyed playing as him in Melee. To the classic players, Mewtwo was just a fucking badass. His addition to Melee added a new level of gameplay, as his moveset called for the need to alter the brash fighting one and make it more of a tactical approach, and I like that. Now, I wasn't the greatest with Mewtwo, but I didn't care. To me, he was the Pokemon who I saved the Master Ball for. I hope to see him again in the Smash Bros. Well, maybe if I wait in the middle of Pokemon Stadium for a few days. The Blue Bomber Mega Man. This guy right here, he has seen some shit. Mega Man is one of Capcom's most popular IPs, and even though he's been taking the bench to zero nowadays, I feel it'd be cool for Mega Man to rise again in the world of Smash. Now this little dude just celebrated his 25th anniversary, which means he's got himself both a career and a fan base. It would definitely be a smart move for Nintendo and Namco to try to include this robotic savior in the next installment of Smash Bros.
Watch out!
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. This guy is the star of Nintendo's boxing franchise. I would not be surprised if Little Mac gets a promotion from assist trophy to full-fledged smasher in Smash 4. Let me start out by saying this. There is a severe lack of villains in Smash Bros. This is why I chose the next two from my list. First off is Donkey Kong's longtime rival Mario. Wait, that's not it. King K. Rool. Yeah, King K. Rool, the coldest croc around, would be a great addition to the Smash roster, both because of his villainy and because of his size. A lot of times you typically see Ridley put in as a villain on these lists, but I just can't agree with that, as Ridley, while badass as fuck, is just too big in scale to be a playable character. However, K. Rool is close to Bowser in stature, which means making him in the game would be a perfect fit. And come on, who doesn't want to fight as this guy during his amazing boss theme? Skull Kid? Oh shit! Let me just start out by telling you that as a kid I could not even finish this game because of how freaked out I was of this guy. Now on the lines of adding villains into the brawl, Skull Kid is my top pick out of everybody. He fits perfectly into the size limit and has a final smash that practically writes itself. Skull Kid gets the smash ball and boom, drops the base. Oh, I mean Moon. Or Majora's Mask could drop Skull Kid onto the ground and take his final form as a sort of Giga Bowser-esque final smash. As for the rest of his moveset, well, I'm not sure what that would be, as Skull Kid only drops the moon and transforms Link into a Deku scrub in the game. But whatever, that's not my job. Next up, we have some RPG representatives. Number 4 on this list goes to another assist trophy I hope to see get a promotion. For those of you who never played the Golden Sun games, I highly recommend them. The battle system is fun, and the music is addictive. As for Isaac, well, he is a badass. Almost enough said. Isaac is not only skilled in sword fighting, but is able to use Psi Energy, Golden Sun's version of magic. He is also accompanied by Djinns, who grant elemental powers to the heroes of the series. Isaac represents, well, the element of Earth. I fucked up. You know what? Fuck it. I'm keeping it. Isaac represents the Earth element, which is the Earth element. And, I'm doing really bad on this one. Isaac. The last of my RPG squad is Lloyd Irving from Tales of Symphonia. Back in the days of the Cube, the RPG area was dominated by the PlayStation 2. With such titles as Final Fantasy X and Kingdom Hearts, Nintendo didn't have much to compete with. So when Tales of Symphonia was released for both the GameCube and the PlayStation 2, Cube owners had gotten hold of their go-to RPG. While both on the PS2 and the Cube, there were more sales on the Cube version, giving a stronger lenience to Nintendo. In fact, the sequel, Dawn of a New World, was a Wii exclusive. Even though Tales games are still released on mainly Sony systems, Symphonia fans are die-hard Nintendo fans. No, actually, Nintendo fans are huge Symphonia fans. Still wrong. I really can't find a good way to phrase this, but chances are the Symphonia fans were the Cube owners. Cube-bones. Okay, with Namco working on Smash Brothers, it seems very likely that we could see a Tails character in Smash Bros. And what better than the most popular with Nintendo gamers? Hell, Lloyd's popularity gained him a spot in Soul Calibur, so why not Smash? Number 2! Link. He is definitely not in Smash Brothers. I'm talking about the Link from Majora's Mask. But wait, arguably he was in Melee. Yeah, but I'm speaking of Link with the ability to use the mask powers, specifically the transformation masks. Think about it. Just like Pokemon Trainer being able to switch Pokemon, you could cycle through masks leading to different playstyle. And of course, the base Link would be, well, Young Link, the clone of Link's moves. Of course, this final Smash would be the Fierce Deity mask, and the 3 other masks are standard transformations. Really, when you start to think about it, Link from Majora's Mask is arguably the strongest of any of Link's incarnations, and I'd love to see him join Smash. What was the hardest game you ever played? Ninja Gaiden? Contra? No, fuck that weak shit. Fucking Plok, hard as shit. How many of you actually know this little guy? Plok, an adorably little Play-Doh thing, was a Super Nintendo game released in 1993. And this is important to know. Why, you ask? Well, Plok is a platformer, like most SNES games, but instead of jumping on his enemies, Plok attacks by throwing his limbs at his enemies. Yes, his limbs, which is where the date comes in. 1993 was the release of Plok. Rayman was released in 1995, so Plok did indeed do it first. Now you may be wondering why you've never heard of Plok. Well, poor sales. In fact, the creators of the game blame none other than Bubsy the Cat. I was lucky enough to grow up with a copy of this game, and god did I love it. The music, oh my god, the music's so good. The fact that you can throw all 4 of your limbs, that's right, Rayman, eat your heart out. This bad boy goes ham. Hard as a motherfucker! Hey, UI99 Arcus here, and you just watched my first top 10 countdown. Now, I thought I didn't do well on it, but I'm kind of satisfied with it. It's got my touch with it, definitely does. I would love to hear suggestions for other top 10s in the future, so please let me know. And the next video I'm putting out is actually the first Bale and Todd review, where they review the Kingdom Hearts series. So stay tuned for that. Subscribe if you're not. And have a nice one.